Brent and Ryan in the morning. Good morning, Ryan.
Hey, Brent. How are you doing this morning?
I'm awesome, man. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
Man, it's a brand new year.
It is.
And I was just thinking today that I keep thinking new year, but as I look at my watch, it is already January the 9th. We are 9 days in.
We are.
But the great thing is we're only 3 days in to our Immerse Reading Plan. How's that going?
It's going really well for me. I do love reading a Bible that doesn't have all the chapter and verse marks for me that make me feel like, wow, this chapter is too long, I want to quit.
You know, we hope that as people read through this, they took the guide, they're asking themselves the questions. And you know, one of the things we're trying to do is establish reading groups on Sunday. Right. So, you know, if those people that are watching this today want to be a part of the discussion, they can do more than just watch us. Absolutely. They can actually come on Sunday, and whether they're here at 9:15 or 10:45, we'll have groups ready to go to discuss week one.
Because honestly, they're going to get a lot more out of that group than these 3 minutes.
Absolutely, they will. So, you know, exactly. Well, when you read, what did you get out of it?
If I was a teenager and my 13-year-old girlfriend was like, hey, I'm pregnant, that's not cool.
No, that would be a problem.
That's not cool at all.
You know, as one of the things I loved is, especially as you read the genealogy of Jesus, we get to a lot of these names, and I would just love to have seen one of those top 15 baby names of, 5 BCE, just to see what made the list. You know, I think one of them was Mattathias.
I'm glad you got to pronounce it.
It's a great name. If I were to adopt any more children, maybe I would save that one for one of them. Who knows? Admin was one of them.
Admin, which actually is a name that I'd like to make my middle name. If I could change it, maybe I will.
Ryan Admin Linners.
That's what Lynn already calls me.
That's what we all call you. But we call you much worse behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Anything else that stuck out to you in these first few days as you're reading?
I will definitely say that the very beginning of Luke, where he says he was writing an accurate account, we already talked about this. It struck both of us as very kind of funny in a world of fake news where
we hear about that a lot.
Nobody believes at all what they're reading, and here Luke's writing what is absolutely absurd, probably to the Greeks, and saying, nope, this is actually the account of a guy over in Jerusalem.
Absolutely. Fake news gets a lot of press these days. People don't know what to believe, and I think that's an important point. As Luke writes this, he's actually not writing to a large group of people. He's writing to one, his friend Theophilus, or the guy that's even hired him to research this and figure out what's going on. But his goal in all this is to present the most accurate, the most unbiased, I would say, representation of history, what happened in that moment.
The stuff in the Bible is actually backed up by stuff written by people who weren't even Christians. That's what gives me confidence that when we read this, we're reading real news.
Why did we start with Luke? That's not the first book in the New Testament. Why in the world would they put that together this way, Ryan?
If you took the time to read the introduction, you would know that Luke takes up a quarter of the New Testament.
That probably means he was a preacher, right? Because he doesn't know when to stop.
In the line of Brent, anyway.
I resemble that. What I loved about this was Zechariah, a priest, and his wife Elizabeth. An angel comes and says that they're going to have a child. But you kind of jump into that story, and it just gives us a little teaser that, they were barren. They were past the childbearing years. And back then, it's the same as it is today. If you can't have a child, you feel insufficient, you feel deficient, and you feel like the world is looking at you and judging you because of it, and especially if you want a child. And what that reminded me as I read that is, just because bad things happen to you, it doesn't mean that you don't have enough faith, and it doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It's just this constant reminder that right now we live in this broken world, and that, God is in the process of making it right. And even in this situation, they were able to have a child, but that's not always the situation, but it's a reminder. You may have plenty of faith, God still loves you, but bad things continue to happen sometimes.
Absolutely, it's true.
Hey, Ryan, so was there anything else that you saw as you read?
Let me check. So I did see, reading through when Mary and Joseph lose their child traveling and don't find them for days. And I thought, Brent, is that something you've ever done?
It happened to us over Christmas. We went to Arkansas. We had 7 children when we left. We only came back with 6. I don't know how it happened.
Are you looking for her?
No, actually, she'll be home today. So
Okay. You just can't get rid of them.
I know. They're like boomerangs. They keep coming back. Well, this is awesome. This is fun. We're going to keep doing this every few days. We're going to come back to you live on Facebook, spend a few minutes just kind of bantering, if you can put up with us for this long. If you would like to join us, it's not too late. We're only a couple days in, and so you can join us easily. We've got more books here at the church. You can swing by and pick it up, or just stop in on Sunday and we'll have one for you. If you just want to join in and want to say, hey, what have you read so far? We'll send you that link as well. You can comment down below. What stuck out to you? What has God said to you as you've read this Immerse reading so far this year? So this has been the first installment of Brent and Ryan in the morning. We'll see you back here in a day or two. See ya.
And we're back.